Hello guys. Um, so my name is Chris, and I'm a very new uh like a student in digital arting. And today I want to show you guys what I learned recently, which is how Mignon Mignons draw this kind of stomach and how to color it, how to highlight it and stuff. And it is mainly based on this wonderful websites he posted, and I'll link in the description, and you can translate it to English to have a read as well. So before we start, just have a brief. I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. So I started digital arting about a year ago, and I bought myself a Mignon drawing tablet. But at that time, I had my uni work to do. So whenever I come back to my room, uh, even though I had time, I just watch anime, play games. Didn't really spend a lot of time focusing on my work and just playing around, wasting my time. And then probably before sleep at around 9 or 9:30, I feel like let's just do a little bit of drawing. So my improvement is very slow. So I hope with this YouTube channel, I can not only show you guys or share with you guys how I learn, what I learn, and also just push myself a little bit to to improve a little bit more and faster as well. So the system I use is Krita, which is completely free. You can get it online. And let's get started. So I'll also link this YouTube channel called TPPO in the description. He's wonderful, and he shows a lot of analysis and drawing as well, and that's where I started in learning this technique. So first, I just picked this one as the reference. So you can just right click, copy it, and then press this button at the bottom, and then plus. I don't actually this one. Yep, and then you can just open it big because we want to quickly go through the process faster. So I'll just probably trace it. So I made a tracing already. So yeah, it's just the exact same thing over here. So that's something, just take your time to finish it, just trace it and stuff. This is just from this way, and now I'll just put it at the side as my reference. Okay, good. So there are some questions when I start drawing or I start learning about how to color. There's always tons and tons of questions, like what brushes to use, which might sound quite stupid, but initially I don't really know what brushes to use, what color to pick, like what is this color, where should I choose it over here, and stuff like that. So for the first question about what color to pick, I think it's not a very huge issue because I've been practicing for this for a few times, like 7 times, and after you practice quite a long time and like color pick this like color a lot more, then you'll sort of know like around this area, around this place, this is more like a skin tone, that kind of color. So don't need to worry about it. And second question is what brush to use. And today I'll show you what brushes I use. So for the outline, I usually use the ink. So you press here, press ink, and then there's quite a lot of brush over there. I usually just pick this one or this one or this one, especially this one. This is pretty good. The what's it called? Ink One Precision, and then just trace it. It's actually not bad. It's very good. It has a like a very thin at the end, thin line at the end. So it is, and then when I want to connect, I use this one called ink G pen to like sort of like connect it, because the start of it is usually quite like thin, which is very helpful for connecting things. If like when you're doing the like line art, then you do this, that, and then if you want to combine it, you use like the G pen to connect it. And then the coloring, in terms of coloring, where is it here? So I use basic 2 opacity, which is gonna be the main thing that we use today, and also this one, the blender blur as well. You can just go on here and type like blender blur, and then here you go, good. So let's get started. So first, just make sure that you cover everything together, that they're all connected. It doesn't have to be great because it's just practice. And just color pick it, fill tool, press F, and then color fill it. Good. And then now just go on to group, not this one. Group layer, put it in, and then add the download layer on the top. So now we're going to go on to the first step. So according to Mignon, so we need to draw like an anatomy first, something like this. So just draw anatomy, probably use like a blue line, that, and then pick a photo, and then you just have a look. Take it closer. I hope this is still recording though. Is it still recording? Good, it is. Okay, so something like this. So according to Mignon, it's like a triangle, like this kind of stuff. So you just go here. Something like that. And you can press this alpha lock so that it just locks inside. Something like that. And then like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then somewhere here, like something like this, and probably there's another line probably here. So something like that. And then there's like her crouch, so pelvic bones, like that. And there's like a triangle over here, which is something like this. There you go. Good. Looks good. Yeah, good. Should be fine. Let me check my previous practice. Since I'm not very sure. Hopefully it is. Oh, it's good. Good. Okay then. So that's the anatomy. And then, according to Mignon, so the first step is quite tricky. So this is the first layer. So the always dark places, according to him. So yeah, center line as well. And in today's lesson, I'll also teach you how to draw this one, this part. Like feel like there's like a line-ish, but it's not actually a line. That kind of feeling as well. Like especially this part, I really like this kind of drawing. So where like there's like sort of like a line, but it's you can't really show it with a line art. That kind of stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. So in terms of the color-wise, so let me put bit on the top. So and then put anatomy on the top. It's okay. Color on the top. So this is the color that we have, and use this like opacity, increase a little bit. So this is like our, and for the first step, for the always dark version, you can just color pick it somewhere like here, like quite dark places here, and you can actually construct a color from here to there, and you can sort of see like a pattern. So it goes from down and then go a little bit right up. So for example, like a little bit down, a little bit up. That can be the first color. Or that up color is a bit, but maybe like a little bit, like that, and then just a little bit down, a little bit on the top, like color tone, like this. See, so you have a like a color gradient in some sense. So first, always dark. So according to him, and you can see that the light is sort of from right upper, left upper, so somewhere from here, dark color. So just draw, but it doesn't matter for the first step. Doesn't really matter for the first step. So you can see like, okay, so somewhere here. Ooh, this one. Yeah. You always dark version. Feel free to fast forward or like, what's it called, increase the speed of the YouTube channel, because I'm not sure how long this video will take, but just following, just doing it as the speed that I would do it. Yeah, and then on the side. So, and then seems I do something. So how long have, well, something like that. Good, something like this. And now there's the magic of how do you actually like layer it so nice, or like make it so like blended in. And now I'm gonna show you. It's gonna take some time to practice as well. Probably took me 3 to 4 practice to sort of understand a little bit about how Mignon do it. So as a like opacity tool, you can see that when you press it very hard, it's like a full opacity, but if you press it lightly, it sort of like fades away. So we're gonna use this to be like a blending tool, and then take the most heaviest color and then just gently go through it here, go through it, gently go through it, and then just color pick the middle color and then just go back again. Oh my god, oh my god, yeah, it's the wrong layer, sorry guys. Yeah, that one. Yeah. And just gently I think I'll probably speed up this process, because step 2 also needs a lot of this. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Good. So something like this. And now then let's the funny part, the interesting part is this one. So now you use blender blur tool, and then the most important thing is that you try to follow the lines. So we went this way, so something like this, blend it in. See, nice, right? So yeah, so just blend it in. Well, if the color doesn't look nice, like if you blend it somewhat like correctly in some sense, then you can feel like it's just something like a gradient, somewhat like a gradient, and then this way. It doesn't like this, like that, and then like that. And from my understanding, smudge tool is like you push the color from this place to that place. So if you go this way, it will push the lighter color into it. So actually you need to probably go from here outwards. So go from here to outwards, yeah. Something like that. So it's just something to note, And then yeah. Okay, so that's the first layer going to Mignon. And you can sort of see, so what I meant by this kind of lines, these lines, and it's quite fun to see like, probably actually it should be shorter, but it's okay. Yeah, I might change it in the future, but yeah, so that's the first layer, and according to Mignon, the second layer is by like put a wide area of shadows. So we just cover this one, add another layer, two, and then remember to alpha lock it, and then we see anatomy. There you go. So in terms of the color, just now we picked this one. So this time probably we pick this color. I'll show you. So actually, see, this is the color that I pick. This one is just the thing that I tried. But if you pick this color, you see it's somewhat similar. So it's just very fun to notice that you're actually doing something correctly. It's actually very fun. Like drawing is very fun. So according to Mignon, you do somewhat like this, and then because the light is in this photo is going from left upper downwards, so the right side of the image is quite dark. So for this side, it's also similar as well, somewhat good. So just do it as well. Do as what we did just now. Maybe I'll speed up this process as well. So it's actually quite short. So probably shorter. Something like this. And I'll show you the magic later. Trust me, it's really fun. It's really nice. So yeah, hold on. I'll probably speed up this process as well and talk to you guys later-ish. Actually, I'll just chat while I'm like drawing. So yeah, I bought a course from Colosseum yesterday, and it's from Mogun, I think. Actually, it was recommended by, not recommended, but it was mentioned by TPPO, the YouTuber I mentioned just now. And I'm very excited to learn about it. I just finished my exams recently. Actually about Wednesday, right? So about 2 days ago. And just enjoying my Easter holiday. But I feel like I just want to work, I want to learn to draw. I want to improve myself as well. Don't really want to, because I'm studying abroad. I'm studying in UK, but my home is Taiwan. And it's just sometimes like when you go back home, you want to feel different. And I want my parents to see my difference, or my brother to see my difference, instead of every year when I go back, I'm just the same person where I was as well. So yeah, I'll make sure you follow like the anatomy. So that's why we had the anatomy on. But yeah, so that's why I'm just working very hard. I have around 2 weeks of holiday, so I hope that I can just work very hard and then maybe post videos on my improvements of the drawing as well, and share with you guys like what I learned recently. It should be very fun. It should be very fun. So something like this, to be honest. So you can see that this part initially when I was drawing, I didn't notice like there's like a like area of some shadowing over here as well. So just do it this way, follow the line, and then something like this. That should do the job. I understand this completely doesn't look like this, and it looks actually very shitty as well. But trust me, it's like a magic. There we go. Good. Okay. So something like this. So according when you're following, like somewhat following the anatomy, you follow the lines and stuff, and then just in case if I make any mistakes, I'll just duplicate a layer and then as a backup. So yeah, so now just as I mentioned just now, just pick the color and then slowly put the gradients in. And in this section, it's very important to sort of see the flow of the art. So you can see like this part, you can feel like, oh, it's probably going downwards. This part is probably going left. These parts, according to the highlights, is such a, like a C shape or like a U shape from here to there, somewhat. And then for this part, it's obviously like a U or like a J. And then this part is going this way. That part is going downward like this way. And then this part is probably like this way, going up and down as well. So just follow it. Make sure you follow it, or else it will make the flow of the tummy area quite weird, like going zigzag and Z's and shape, something like that. So probably, I don't know, probably I have a lot to say recently. I have been reading books and I'm watching YouTube as well. And I think like I'll probably treat the YouTube as my second job-ish. And since uh I'm having my holiday, but probably next year I'm currently year 4 in medicine, so probably I will be quite busy next year. So hopefully I can like improve dramatically or drastically before the start of year 5. Yeah. So now I feel like drawing is difficult. I always wanted to make this kind of video because I'm quite a slow learner. I can't really. I'm very shitty as you can see, but I'm also very slow in learning, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos and like analysis of some like artists and stuff. But with like 10 minutes of video, I can't really understand or I can't really learn from it because well, probably it's just because I'm very bad at learning. But I have so many stupid questions, very beginner questions, like oh, like what color should I use? Wait, why here is here? Or like oh, like what brush to use? What effect is this? I was learning like glowing effect probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's just like and YouTube videos with like probably like 10 minutes of showing you how to make a glowing effect makes even more questions to me. So I always wanted. So actually, like when I'm watching YouTube, I prefer to watch like a longer videos ones because I hope like they'll show me like one by one, like this is how I do it. This is how I do it. Oh, make sure like this part should do this. Make sure that part is doing this as well. And so that's why I hope that in the future I'm like very good at drawing and stuff. I can still maintain this like thought process in my mind. Like, I'll just still make like probably like longer video, probably even longer videos, probably like a 2-hour video of how to draw a background from zero to like from nothing to something like that. That'd be very fun. You just like learn from it, you know. So yeah, and For this part, you can see that it's quite light. This part is quite light. This part is quite. So this is the part I want to talk about more. So for this part, you blend. So you can see that the line is on the somewhere like left. So you blend the right side. You don't really touch the left side. You just blend in the right side, blend it in. And then if you want it to be sharp, right, this one is somewhere like a very sharp edge, unlike this one is very blunt. So then you use the skin tone at the bottom as a like an eraser. You just blend it in. And this size is big, so something like that, blend it in. Just blend it in. Blend it in. Something like this, and then on the left side, just a little bit, like just a straight, gentle, like one stroke should be fine. And then just continue this part. And when drawing, I also notice for example, just now I was checking the color, and then it alerted me, and I just draw on it. So just make sure that you're drawing on the correct layer. My eyes is just drawing, and then check here, and it's like playing games, don't know, like Apex or something like that, checking your ammo and whether it is enough or not. Yeah, that was a long time ago already. So we'll just quickly blend it in. Something like that. Okay, so left part is somewhat almost done. Probably a little bit lighter on the top, so probably will just like make it a little bit lighter. Well, the tile is just in a way, but you get what I mean. So I just make it lighter and stuff. It's a very gentle movement. Don't press it too hard. Just press it like very lightly, very gently. Great. Good. Something like this. And then now gonna move on to this part and that part. This part is the most difficult part, I would say. We'll just start on this one. So you see that there's like a little bit of it. Something like this. Something like that. And then this part is actually nothing, so you just smudge it out. Smudge it out. Probably I'll speed this part up a little bit. Well, actually no, because I am almost done. So you can tell that, well, we'll do some. I'll do some adjustment at the other right side, but yeah. And then this part. So from this part, you need to analyze it a little bit. So you can see that this part is very dark. You don't really need to touch that part. This part there's like this kind of skin tone shooting into it, and then there's like a V shape over here, and there's like a quite a dark shape over here as well, representing her small belly as well. So with that in mind, so just like shoot it in. So this part is quite white, quite light. Shoot it in, and then this part like going upwards, going into here, and then this one there's like a little bit of triangle over here, and then for this part, you know that this is very dark, and then like lighter out. So like lighter in. Probably I'll speed out this process, but I hope I shut up and I don't really talk, or else it's gonna be very like weird. But feel free to slow it down, have a look at exactly where I put it or not, or practice yourself as well. It's more like a decision making. Like you're making a decision, so it's okay to make mistakes. Since I am very new to drawing, so it's okay to make mistakes, and you make mistakes to learn as well. So like, yeah, I really like recently. I saw a YouTuber. It was like, because I always had a thought in my mind like, oh, I'm very bad at this, and I don't really want to practice and stuff. I don't really want to practice drawing because I'm shit. And whatever I draw, it doesn't work that way. Whatever I do, it doesn't show the way I want to show. And he said, like, if you want to bring your child into a gym or like play football, and he was like, oh, dad or mom, I don't really want to practice and stuff because I'm shit or like I'm not very good at it. What will you say? I'm pretty sure you will say like, for you practice to become good. And it just struck me, yeah, like obviously, like you practice to become better, and just don't be afraid to make mistakes and embarrass yourself, because since I'm just practicing with myself in my room, no one really knows what I'm doing, and eventually when I become very good at it, people might see this video and be like, oh, okay, well, actually initially he wasn't very good, very bad at this drawing as well. Hopefully that people will understand that it's okay to be shit, or it's okay to be bad at drawing, or it's okay to make mistakes, because we make mistakes to learn. Yeah. And this part is always quite a difficult area, because there's a lot of things you need to think about. There's like a triangle-ish area at this point as well. So you want to make it like triangle-ish. You can see that it's following the anatomy of this part, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky. And there's like this part, there's like going out. There's like a triangle over here as well. So it's actually very difficult, I would say. So just I smudge it up. When I smudge it in, use this part. This anatomy is very annoying. And then I smudge it in. Yeah. Smudge. Go in and then use this dark color. Make like a triangle and stuff. See, I just made a mistake just now. I told you so. So we'll just lock it, something like that, so you won't accidentally touch it or like just annoy yourself again. So yeah, you can see it's like blending in already, and then just touch it out, something like that. You see it's slowly coming in, and then there's like a dark area over here. So like going up, going up. Something like that. You start blending the border of it. So, and this part is quite light compared to that part, so probably like lighter a little bit. And then emphasize this part a little bit. But still, like, remember to follow the flow of the stomach, and then just go up as well. Yeah, I feel like recently I've changed my mind in terms of like learning how to draw and stuff. Initially, I was thinking a lot from like, oh, I can just learn by myself, or like, oh, I can just like, I'll just draw this today, I'll draw that today. I've been trying a lot of different system ish of drawing, or like the plans of drawing a lot, and it don't really work out because I'm quite lazy. But I'm trying not to recently, but yeah, I was very lazy. I wasted a year of time doing nothing in my room. But so I bought a course that I'll link in the description as well. It's Colossal. It's from a platform called Colossal. It was, I think I mentioned it just now. Like, it was mentioned by TPPO, and I saw TPPO's video, and his video is fantastic, very nice. Now, I really like his, what's it called? I started watching his video from the one where Kazama, I think Kazama from the Hololive, like he made a like a GIF or like an animation, and that's when I really started like, oh, actually you can do a lot from drawing, and he made it possible. So if he's able to make it, I suppose he should be able to make it as well. And his video style is very entertaining as well. I really recommend you guys have a look if you're thinking about drawing as well. And then not most favorite, the favorite video from TPPO is this one, is the abdomen one, because this is the one that I really try to follow along TPPO and his way of learning things. And he tried, well, I'm still stuck at the first stage, so like watching the reference and then drawing out and stuff. But he made it even more. Like, he worked really hard, and he put in a lot of effort in trying to learn this kind of things. And you can actually practice along with him as well. He did like, so he first practiced it and watched Mignon's like archive. Mignon has a don't know, like a YouTube channel, and follow along, try to learn it. And then he did TPPO, go on to Pixiv, and try to like essentially do what I'm doing now. So like follow along and I try to see whether it's the effect that we're looking for. And then that's where the part that he took it even further, 2 steps further. So next is like he look at the graph, and look at the illustration, and I cover it and try to practice it without looking at the reference. I think that was very powerful. I tried to do it yesterday, but I'm still working on it. It's not easy. It is not easy. Like you feel like, oh, I know everything. I can do everything already. I can do this already, but it's not. It's not easy. And then next TPPO try on a real reference as well, like real person reference, and that is amazing though. That is very powerful as well. And then finally he made his own illustration with like a this kind of technique, so he implemented as well. So yeah, I think that's how you should learn it, and I really recommend you guys having a look at this video. He doesn't know me. I just watched him recently when I was like probably like starting to feel like, oh, I actually really need to take drawing a little bit more serious. And like yeah. So somewhere like this, like just the illustration. Like if it I'm doing it because I don't want this video to be like 2 hours or like an hour. So I hope like I until now it's only like probably like 20 minutes ish, and then hopefully I can finish this video in like in like 45 minutes. Hopefully, I don't know. This is my first YouTube video, as you can see. I don't really know how to. I have a paper on my side, which is like the things I want to talk about, things like a structure of how I want to structure this video. But like first video usually they're very bad and stuff, and I don't really know how to like chat and stuff. It's like a live streamer, isn't it? Like doing my work. Yeah, I need to think about things I want to talk about as well, so that it won't be very awkward silence, because I still, well, you can see like, I can put like videos, musics and stuff, like musics when I'm like drawing, but the issue is that I don't I haven't yet know how to put music into my video as well, because as I mentioned, this is like my first YouTube channel, or like my first YouTube video. So I'm just trying to go for an easy way. It's just me chatting all the way through. I'll probably either speed it up or not. But yeah. I used to want to be a VTuber, to be honest. Because I really like to watch. I used to enjoy watching Nijisanji and all kinds of VTubers, and Hololive especially initially. But I spent a little bit too much time on them, and I wasn't really like improving on myself. And I want to. Every time I watch them, I feel like a little bit inferior to them, a little bit. So I envy them. I envy them a lot, and they're able to share values onto the internet, whereas me just like sitting there doing nothing or eating my dinner while watching them. So I want to share a little bit of my knowledge, or like hopefully like for those who are starting to draw or are thinking about starting a YouTube channel. You can see I'm very new to it, so I'm very happy that if anyone is, because of me, decided to pick YouTube up, or like come back to drawing a little bit more. It's quite, I feel like I'm sharing some values, or like something that's relatable to you guys, or to anyone who's watching. But yeah, but you know, the first video, I don't think much people will be watching this one. Probably like five. Five will be very good already. It's like five people is actually amazing though, because you know, I have friends in my course, but they're not really into drawing, and I convince my brother to do drawing as well, but he's not very interested in it. And I I don't I joined like some Facebook of drawings, but people are too good at it, to be honest. Like they usually, for example, they can like draw something like this, and they'll be like, "Oh, I just did a little bit of practice this morning," and you feel like, "Oh my god, what? Like that's what you call as a little bit of practice? Jesus, like, God, that's not a practice though. That's called a fucking like a illustration already." And they said it like as if like, "Oh, I just had my breakfast," something like that. It's just very sad. Not sad. Just feel like, oh my lord, like people are so good at it. So I also hope that with YouTube channel I can like reach out to people who are quite new to drawing and like not very good at it, or like because I'm in the video they decided to take it a little bit more serious as well. And because I have a lot of coursework in my main like subjects. I'm doing medicine, and there's a lot of stuff to study, and I use this as my excuse to not draw, or like it's okay, it's fine, no need to work so hard and stuff, like. but I don't want this to happen anymore. I want to improve. I want to be I want to use this I hopefully use this YouTube channel to reach out to more friends, and I achieve what I want to achieve in the future as well. And I have to push myself to drawing a little bit more. But yeah, okay. So something like this, and then for the right part. So I was just going back to the drawing a little bit too fast. But yeah, just like blend it a little bit so like it doesn't stand out so big, and then yeah, and you can see like it's actually making a little bit sense. I know it still doesn't look good, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I just can't wait to share this to you guys. But yeah, okay, so just in case we still need to like duplicate it so that I have a like a backup. But yeah, okay, so now you just blend it in. So according to the line, the streaks. So go down this part, go down that part, and then go down this part as well. Then this part is like a U shape. And then this part is very important. We want the line to be there as well. Something like that. Something like that. Oh, I just now I noticed. I'm not very sure like if you talk about different YouTubers and stuff, would they be like copyrighted or anything like that? If Mr. TPPO like saw this video, I hope he's not. Like I'm very sorry. I I'll check if there's any issues. Just let me know, Mr. TPPO. I just really like your drawing, and I'm just trying to share my thoughts because I want to be like you as well, like analyze others' drawing and like and I'll be good at drawing, basically. Yeah. Okay, so something like this. I know that it doesn't look good, but you can feel like you can sort of see that, oh, actually, like, oh my god, like the shape is coming up, and the high density area, or like the darker area, is somewhat similar as well. And yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? Like, just like by like few strokes and stuff, you can get this. Well, there's still some improvements, but yeah, just for the sake of video, just yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so now just gonna go back to first, and I can see that because of the first layer is the darker layer, so the darker area will be shown as well, something like that. Good, and then good, and that's the most difficult part. The part where I need to talk the most is done, and according to Mignon, like the sharper areas. So for example, the light is coming from the left upper to right lower. So then that means that the right side should be a little bit sharper compared to the left side. So now the right side should be a little bit sharper compared to the left side, which is like mostly mainly blurred. And then we're just gonna go on to the drop shadows. Yeah, we do have drop shadows for this one. So this is called a cast shadow. So it means that when you put something on top of the light, the below got the shadow as well. So that's the cast shadow. Cast CSD shadow. Shadow. How long have I been talking though? Oh my god, 57 minutes already. Oh my lord. Yeah, this is very long. This is such a long video. Oh, sorry guys. I'll try to make it faster. I'll make it faster. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Something like this. So you can see that this is like a cast shadow from the chest. So, yeah. Something like that. And then a little bit of that probably. And then still like just like blend it in as well. I thought initially I was thinking probably just do it very short. So like this video just like how to blend it in and stuff. But I'm thinking like if I were like me, who was about a month ago, was still learning this one, I would love to see like a video of a guy just like drawing through this, talking through it, even though I'm not really talking through it because I don't really know what to talk about. But yeah, I wish I can see this kind of video a little bit more. So yeah, as I become better at it, I will try to shorten it or like make myself faster. But yeah, something like this. But actually, you don't really need to blend this part because it's quite sharp as well. I just blended because I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. But yeah, okay. So continue. So we're almost done. So there's probably like 2 more steps. So highlights is the best part. I feel like Mignon is very good at drawing highlights and also the water effect. You can see from our link his like Pixie in the description as well. Oh, there's a lot of things I need to link as well. But yes, I'm still not sure how to draw like a what's it called, the water effect. But TPPO, and in TPPO's description, there's like a page of Mignon's providing some kind of like what's it called, like a file for Photoshop or like Clip Studios, so that you can get its layers. But mine is because I have a Krita. I'm not very sure whether I can do it or not, so I just try to do it. Okay, so sorry. So back to the main process. So for the this is a little bit important. So usually for the highlights, you still use the opacity one, and you can just stroke it. But the important part is that you can see that the the lighting area is a little bit yellowish, a little bit yellow. So I think it'll be quite good if you just like a little bit yellow, just a little bit, just like, and then just a little bit of a downstroke. Yeah, that part is not very good, but and then like that, good, very good. And then this part, you go down a little bit, make it a little bit small, and make it a little bit sharper, just like that. Good. And then from what I perceive, there's another one over here, so that, and then finally something on the top as well, and then a little bit on the right side. Yeah, something like that. Good. And then just blend a little bit. See this part, just blend it, blur it a little bit, and then yeah, good, something like this. And then finally there's like a redness in some area. This is the part I'm not very sure like what kind of colors we should use, but I usually just use a little bit like darker red and use like a airbrush pressure, and then just light touch a little bit, usually like this part, and then a little bit of probably a little bit of this part as well. And then a little bit of this part, somewhere like here a little bit. Okay, good. So something like this. So, and then I think I remember from like GPPO's video, he also put some like blue color. I can't remember why, but yeah, that's also quite a good way of showing like the contrast and stuff. So this technique is very powerful. Why? Because you can use it on the legs, use it on the legs, use it on arms, especially using it on the breast as well, especially this part. So like there's like a, so when I'm drawing or using a line art, I always find it very difficult how to show this like triangular shape. So with this technique, you can use like a blur tool to color this area like up to down this way, the other way, and then in the middle you just like go like a U shape. Then you will show as what Mignon is showing, something like this. There's like a triangular shape, so it's very powerful. And also when I'm drawing like breast areas or like bikinis and stuff, I always want to feel like there's like a pressure or like a darkness in the area where the the, the most pressure, the most stress part is. So with this technique, you can also use it for this area as well. That'll probably be its first layer, the always dark layer. And okay, and then color adjustment. Sorry, so color adjustments. So for, let me find my book. So we're almost at the end. Sorry, we're almost done. So yeah, okay. So for Krita and other like drawing programs, you can adjust the color as well. So for example, for this one too, you can press Control L, or that's the contrast. So you can play around a little bit. So probably put it here a little bit, make it a little bit lighter. And if you if you pull this part a little bit to the left, it will make it this way. I didn't expect that. Probably like, yeah, this is what I expected. So it will be a bit darker. I usually pull it to the right a little bit, just to make it a little bit lighter. And also that's the Control L, and then Control M. Control M is something else that you can play with. I'm not very sure how you play with this, but some other tools. And then Control U, I think. Yes, Control U. Control U is a very good thing that I'm just playing recently. So hue is like going through this circle. I think I adjust the color a little bit. Color a little bit. Or like if you want to make it a little bit like more saturated or less saturated stuff, just can adjust it a little bit. The lightness as well, but I think this is good enough. Yeah, and then this is the practice I did just now, and this is the practice I tried last night. So yeah, it's actually very different. I'm very sorry. Yesterday I did it much better compared to today, but just somewhat from yesterday you can see that I was able to do a little bit more on this part of the area and that part of the area as well, and make it a little bit cleaner. So my advice is that when you're drawing, probably like intense focus on it. Don't watch like VTubers or like YouTube live streams along the way, since it's gonna detriment your focus a little bit more. And just before I leave, just want to talk a little bit about the process, the aim of this YouTube. Is that I am so the past year, the last year, yeah, I was just like going this way, very slow, very slow, very slow, very slow. But after that, about a month ago, I was practicing and I saw TPPO's video, and I go here a little bit. I'll probably like go up, 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 up. And I hope that you guys can follow me along. And with this video, you can just quickly jump from here to there and follow me as well. And so you can have a greater improve with this long video. Okay, so sorry for the long video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week with something new. I'm not sure, but yeah, see you next week. Bye.